Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your May 2020 mid-month general readings. Welcome, everyone. I hope everyone is continuing to stay safe and sane and as grounded and stable as possible. And thanks for taking the time to tune in today. So, this reading is for the air sign of Libra for the last half of May. So, we're looking at the last 2 weeks of May for the air sign of Libra. That's Libra Sun, Libra Moon, Libra Rising, if your Venus is in Libra, or if you're cross watching for a Libran as well. Watch all of your signs if you know them, if you can, because it can always bring in additional information and aspects of what's going on in your life. Because, as you know, general readings always do resonate a little bit differently for everybody. If any of the readings do resonate with you and you would like to reach out for a personal reading with me or information about that, you can click on the description link below, click on that little arrow. You'll see some information and some contact details. Feel free to email me directly, Maggie, the number one McGuire at gmail.com. I would be delighted to work with you. I can usually respond to your initial inquiry the same day or the first 24 hours, and scheduling the readings themselves are done in a pretty timely fashion too. I do readings full time. It's all that I do, so I'm pretty diligent at working with everyone's schedules to get those readings set up with you or out to you as quickly as possible. So email me if you are interested. Okay, Libra, let's see what's in store for you for the last half of May 2020. For those of you who need to know, want to know, I am using the Gilded Tarot Royale. Okay, Libra. All right, Libra, we begin with the Hierophant, followed by the Nine of Cups. We have the High Priestess, followed by the Nine of Wands. From the bottom of the deck, overall energy and focus for the last half of May is the Ten of Cups, the Happy Home card. So your general focus and energy, Libra, for the last half of May is your home and family. The Ten of Cups, tens in the tarot represent cycles ending, something coming full circle or coming to a fulfillment or achievement point. The tens represent the absolute fulfillment of that suit or the most that that suit has to offer. So the Ten of Cups is the Ten of Water, which in the tarot is the emotional landscape of our life. This is often called the Happy Home or Happily Ever After card. It represents feeling like you're at a place where everything has just come together in the right way, particularly in regards to home and family or even the property itself. Harmony, stability, everybody's kind of getting along. This is a card that can point to the interpersonal relationships within a family dynamic as well. Families being reunified, marriage, childbirth, blessings, home blessings, stability and harmony. So that's the focus for the last half of May. And it feels like it's something, Libra, it feels like you're in the final stages of something, kind of like you're seeing the end in sight or hope is in sight, because that's what I'm getting here. This general feeling that you just have to get through like the last little bit of something and then things will improve, because we have two knights here running as kind of an undercurrent of energy. We have the Nine of Cups and the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Cups here, so we have the Ten of Cups. The Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment and abundance. This is where your cups are overflowing, and then the next card after this is that Ten of Cups, where everything finally comes together and coheses. So the Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment and abundance, and then the Nine of Wands, and they're sitting side by side. The Nine of Wands represents hitting that last little hump before you get to the finish line, kind of, and needing to push through that. Because the Nine of Wands is the Nine of Fire, and the energy of the suit of fire is all about change, movement, action, power, forward movement, sometimes conflict, creative fire energy. which can be both positive and challenging as well. So the Nine of Wands represents being very, very close to getting to the end of something that perhaps has been quite difficult. The wands behind you can represent an obstacle, a last minute hurdle or delay or block or something of that sort. You may be withdrawing and feeling, discouraged, feeling like, maybe you should just give up. But this is my push through card, the darkest before dawn, the 11th hour card. So the Nine of Wands is a card that represents maybe being at a place where you feel discouraged, feel like giving up. Maybe you felt you were very close to accomplishing something or bringing something to a successful conclusion or an end. Something may have cropped up, or there may have been a last minute obstacle or delay or something like that. You may feel like, man, I can't do it. Maybe I should just give up, but don't. Push through, because you're almost there. I mean, you have these two nines, and the energy focus is around home and family. It could be around the property itself. It could be around something that's going on within your home and family. Um, there's this sense of, because this feels like something that you've set as a goal, whatever this might mean to you. It's a general reading, so it's going to mean different things to different people. It could mean everything from marriage to children to the home property itself, something that has to do with feeling like this environment for you is finally come to some kind of successful completion point, or where things are just everything has tied up really well and really nicely and is increasing the stability and harmony of your home and family life. So it's a question of having to get through the very tail end of something in order to achieve that. And you're almost there, but there may be, or may have been, this may be something you're working through, one last thing, or just the last little bit of it before you get to this 10 of Cups, lovely, happy home energy. And so it's about kind of having faith in getting there. We have the Hierophant and the High Priestess at the top here. So these are cards that speak of, the Hierophant is the establishment, the corporation, the system, organized religions, institutions, the conventional path, things being normal, kind of like being under an umbrella where there's a lot of other people underneath there. Everybody's kind of headed in the same direction, operating under the same set of rules. And, the convention, the norm. And in the days we're living in right now, it can be returning to some semblance of what we knew before, although I think in terms of this being the new normal, things are continuing to shift and change, but they're going to continue to move forward with changes in place. But this is about having some sense of rooted normalcy, or figuring things out and getting things into its proper structure again. And then we have the High Priestess, which is about having faith and intuition, perhaps in what you cannot see. The High Priestess is about the connection you have to the divine. It's about watching and being intuitive, paying attention to what you feel led to, or what you know to be true, or what you feel compelled towards on an internal level, and allowing yourself to be guided by that. It's basically about trusting your intuitions, trusting sometimes the things that occur to bring you messages through maybe dreams or what seems like random occurrences, but that you feel are kind of guiding you towards a certain thing. And it's about trusting in those. And those cards are at the top. And this might be for some of you, or for a lot of you, a lot of us, just kind of a general sense of feeling like things are getting back to, or heading towards, some sense of, okay, this is how it's going to be for, the next big portion of our lives. It feels like, and I don't mean to say that in terms of, there's been a lot of restrictions on us lately, with the shelter in place. And I know a lot of places are beginning to open up with modifications and restrictions in place. And we may have to go back and forth and do that in a cyclical way in terms of, people getting sick and people getting infected. We may have to stagger this, meaning that this is going to be kind of the new normal. We may have to go back to a more strict shelter in place for a while and then release again, and so on and so forth. But what it feels like for some of you Libras is that there's this general sense that we're pushing through maybe a difficult time right now, but but we're not too far away from getting back to a place where we feel a bit more connected with each other, where things feel a bit more harmonious, if not normal. In terms of returning to the life that we had before, I don't think that's going to be occurring for quite some time. It's just moving forward in a different way. But it feels like for a lot of you that it's just about struggling through and pushing through the period that we're in right now, because, especially with these two nines being very close to, a cycle being ending, a cycle being over, and moving into the next phase of something, and having kind of faith and trust in that as well. Let's clarify this Nine of Wands. It's a good reading, Libra. Whether or not this is in a more general way for some of you in terms of, you know, life getting to a place where we feel more connected and feel more harmonious with each other, or whether it's something specific that has to do with a specific issue within your home and family. There may have been, perhaps you thought things were going to be one way, and now you're just discovering that no, we still have to get through this other set of restrictions or this other thing before we come to whatever it is your happy home energy is. But it feels like, you're trusting that it's getting better, and that you're going to be getting to whatever this completion place is with home and family. Let's clarify this Nine of Wands. What is needed to push through this? The Star, another beautiful major arcana card. This is renewed hope, faith, and trust. Doing your part, putting one foot in front of the other, and trusting that the path that you're on is going to lead to joy and fulfillment, to this happy home energy. I'm getting a whole kind of variety of messages, Libra, around what this Ten of Cups happy home energy is for you. I'm getting, it's like there was some goal or something in sight for some of you, and it got delayed or blocked for just a time, and you just kind of have to work through that. The Ten of Cups, I'm actually getting for some people, like marriage was delayed, or the wedding itself was delayed or blocked, or plans had to be changed, and now you have to kind of wait or work through the end of something. For some of you, I'm getting that it has to do with the actual home property itself, something to do with the financial structure of your home, which could have to do with work, getting back to work. It may have something to do with, um, I just got refinanced. Maybe some of you are trying to refinance your home, or refinance your home mortgage. And maybe just because of everything that's going on, there's been a lot of delays or obstacles or hurdles to get through. I mean, it could be, that this Ten of Cups, what your happy home thing is, whatever this goal is, this completion point that has will have such a beautiful positive effect on your family. There's been, it can be a variety of different things for you. There's been some kind of stymie, block, delay, challenge, um, and you may go through some moments from time to time over the last half of May where you feel discouraged. You feel like, oh my gosh, we're never going to get there. It's just been this interminable thing. It's one thing after another. But the thing is you're very, very close to getting there. I mean, the 10 is completion, and the last half of May, it's just about these nines. It's just about getting through this last energy, this last bit of energy of working towards this wish fulfillment, pushing through these last obstacles, hurdles, and delays, and trusting that you're on the right path, because it looks quite clearly like you are. So don't give up. So Libra, that is your reading for the last half of May. I hope that you found it helpful or enlightening in some way. Again, if any of these videos do resonate with you and you'd like to reach out for a personal reading, just click on the description link below for more info. Email me directly at Maggie, the number one McGuire @gmail.com. I would be most happy to work with you and hear from you. Stay safe and well, you guys. I will see you again in a couple of weeks for the June 2020 general readings. Until then, all my best. Love, peace, wishes, healing, all of that. And take care. Hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.